We interrupt this episode of I Love Lucy to bring you breaking news.
This just in, from Los Angeles, California, former President John F. Kennedy's brother, Robert Kennedy, has just been shot, just after giving an acceptance speech for the votes of California. Let's go to Mary Weber at the scene.
Hello, Latasia. Chaos has just erupted here. Police are arriving at the scene as we speak. I am just outside of the Ambassador Hotel with a staff member, Joshua, who has witnessed the shooting of Robert Kennedy. Joshua, can you please tell us what you have saw?
I can't believe this is happening just years after the tragedy of John F. Kennedy's shooting. It's completely tragic. I was standing in the back of the kitchen when I heard gunshots being fired. I turned around to see Robert Kennedy and 5 others on the ground. Robert Kennedy was dying, and the rest looked severely wounded. Everyone was screaming and crying.
That is truly a shame that you had to witness this tragic event. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Although I did catch a glimpse of a man named Sirhan being arrested, I also saw a woman in a polka dot dress crying, "We shot him." And I'm sure I'm not the only one that saw this, since everyone's trying to put the pieces together on how and why this happened.
It is reported that today, June 15, 1968, at 12:15 a.m., Senator Robert Kennedy was shot behind the right ear, near the right armpit, and roughly 1.5 inches below the shot of the right armpit. But these facts do not add up with some of the witness reports about where exactly he was shot. That's why it's believed that someone else was also involved in the shooting other than Palestinian Arab Sirhan. Powder burns on Kennedy's clothing show that all of his wounds were from a gun that was 0 to 1.5 inches away. Strangely, almost all of the witnesses claim that Sirhan's gun could not possibly have done this. This only further proves that there might have been a second shooter. Now, Joshua, why do you think Senator Kennedy was shot?
Well, I have heard that organized crime killed him because he was so involved in trying to stop the mafia.
Perhaps, or maybe, he was shot because he was such a good candidate for the presidential running. Everyone has their own opinion on why, but I guess we will never know for sure. He has said before, "I thought they'd get one of us, but Jack, after all he's been through, never worried about it. I thought it would be me." It's ironic that this quote by Robert Kennedy has come true. Robert Kennedy has been rushed to the hospital where he is in critical condition. Our hearts and prayers go to the Kennedy family and hope for a speedy recovery. It would be such a tragedy to lose yet another Kennedy brother who has the potential to make such a big change in the great nation we live in.
This has been a special news bulletin. Stay tuned for news at 6 later tonight. Now we return you to your television program.